If you clicked on this video, you've probably already decided that you're going to hike the Inca Trail and you're now desperately trying to figure out the packing situation. We were there too. This will be the first of 2 videos on packing for the Inca Trail, and we'll focus on what we carried in our day packs while we hiked. The second video is going to cover everything that we brought in our duffels, which were carried by the porters, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss that video. And before we dive into this unpacking video, we do want to call out that each company has different inclusions on what the porters will carry versus what you have to carry. So make sure you supplement this video with a read-through on your company-specific website. It is the morning after our Inca Trail trek to Machu Picchu. We did the 4-day, 3-night trek, and while everything is still fresh in our minds, we wanted to share with you what we put in our day packs. The first thing that I'll talk about is the thing that's clipped on the top of my day pack. This hat. She is not stylish. She will not win any fashion awards, but it does protect your head from both the sun and the rain, 2 things that we ran into a lot on the Inca Trail. While it's not super cute, I was really thankful to have it. For the day pack itself, I have the REI Flash 22 day pack. Garrett actually hiked with the Osprey Daylight. I think they're both a really good size for this trek. I wouldn't necessarily recommend going any bigger than either of these because then you're going to be tempted to put more stuff in it. Your bag's just going to get heavier. These are a really good size for the trek. Head to head, I think I actually prefer the REI Flash 22 over the Daylight. It's a little bit bigger. The only thing that I think that the Osprey does better is it has a place for your like water bag or your camelback to come out. Whereas like on the REI Co-op, I'm just kind of like coming out the side. But they're both really good bags. Anything similar in that range is gonna work really well for you. First thing that you absolutely need is your passport. So you have to go through control points along the Inca Trail. So make sure that you always have your passport in your day pack and not in your duffel bag. Keep it on you. It does rain. We hiked in November of 2022. So right at the kind of beginning of rainy season, which starts at the beginning of October. So we made sure to put everything in plastic bags. Ziploc made some money off of us on this trek. So in this bag, I just have my passport and then a trail map. Also have 2 different kinds of chapstick. I didn't want to lose one. You are at altitude, so even though you're in the rainy season, it does tend to be drier. The sun is hitting you, so just make sure you have chapstick. This is an SPF 15. I would probably recommend going a little bit higher. My lips are a little burnt. This bag has a drawstring open, so you can just pull it open. Another Ziploc baggie just full of like all of the different essentials that we would need throughout the trek. Most importantly, I have a body sunscreen that we bought when we got here. I have this EltaMD sunscreen. It's a little bougie, but I like to make sure that I'm taking care of my skin, especially my face, and so I would really recommend this one, and you can use this on your body too. It's a good stick. So I would use the face sunscreen in the tent before I went out, and then I'd bring this out for touch-ups, but you just kind of screw it off and then it's a stick, so you just rub it right on your face. We have a little blister kit, Dr. Frederick's original. I don't know, we ordered it off of Amazon. Thankfully, we didn't have to use it. I've been hiking in my trusty Merrells for like 4 years now, and they held up really well, so thankfully no blisters, but carry this in case you don't want to be hiking with a blister, especially not 26 miles. So the great thing about these mosquito wipes is that you can actually buy them in the States and carry them with you because they're not a liquid, so they're not going to hurt your liquid allowance. They're also like little towelettes, so you can just like wipe them all over. The mosquitoes out there are real. I've never had, you can kind of see it like on my hand if it will focus, those like little red dots. The mosquito bites like actually drew blood on me, and now my hand's like very swollen. Like this one's not, but this one is from all the mosquito bites. So even, you know, like trying to be good about this, I missed it a couple of times and they took that opportunity to attack. We both had tiny containers of ibuprofen just in case we got headaches, altitude sickness, soreness along the way. Thankfully, we were both pretty good. I took Diamox, which is like a medication that can help with altitude sickness. Garrett did not, so I think he took a couple of these. I did one day just after a long day of downhill, my one knee was kind of starting to hurt, so good to have this with you just so you can nip anything before it gets bad. If you have to wait till you get back to camp, it can be too late and some of that pain or some of that swelling could be already there. And then we also had these electrolyte drink mix tablets. Garrett could nerd out about these longer than I could, but they're more like salt than sugar, so they're really good electrolytes. So we had these with us along the way. We also had little water bottle, which we were able to use like for our electrolyte mix. So we kept that separate from our Camelbacks. Speaking of water bladders, I used this Camelback 3-liter, worked really well. I think the one thing about this one is that it's kind of harder to fill within your pack. So it's much easier when you're trying to fill it at like a water station or something where you hold it out, but you do kind of have to take it like out of your pack to fill it a little bit more. Whereas Garrett had the Osprey branded water pack, his just kind of folds over at the top. So you're able to just like slide this thing off and then open it like this, and they were able to just like fill it. I think this one actually was a little bit better, but both 3 liters, comparable in price. The next thing in my bag is snacks. We trekked with Alpaca Expeditions, and so every morning they would give us snacks to put in our bag. Garrett, he's got a high metabolism, so he definitely brought some like extra RX bars and stuff like that just to make sure that he had enough food throughout the trek. But having these in your bag is always good for when you need like a sugar boost from fruit or just some carb boost because you start to get hungry. Next up is my rain gear. So I am about to sound like an REI ad, but I have this REI deck back. It's really nice because it folds into itself. So when you want to use it, you just kind of like pop it out, kind of goes over your bag like this, and then you can close it using this drawstring. And then when you're done with it, this case kind of turned inside out, you just shove it all back in really fast, water, and then shove it in, close the netting, and it's back done. So it's really easy. It's this kind of keeps it from getting bulky. Alpaca does give you like a cover that you can use, a rain cover for your backpack, but I liked having this just because it's a little bit more condensed, and I already had it, so it was easy for me to bring. So we did go during November. It was in the rainy season, so we definitely both brought our raincoats. I have the Patagonia raincoat and then also rain pants. Both had these REI rain pants. One thing I will say is that my aunt and uncle had the ones that zipped up the side, and I remember seeing those in the store and being like, why would I want my rain pants to like, they literally zip like all the way up to the waistband. I was like, why would I need to do that? And then on the trail, when I saw them unzip theirs and like slide their foot through in like 3 seconds, and I was like taking off my boot or like trying to shove it through the hole, I understood. So I think those were a little bit more expensive, but honestly, probably maybe worth it, up to you, but something to consider if you're going out and purchasing some rain pants for the Inca Trail. I also had in here a poncho, which I threw away. Alpaca gives you these like lime green ponchos. They actually work super well. We look super funny in them because they're like over your pack, so you look like a lime green hunchback, like trying to trek up these stairs with your poles. The next thing is a little bit gross, but ladies, listen to me, it is worth the Amazon purchase, are these Peabody stand-in pee. They're like these little funnels. I know this is kind of a gross topic, but you literally just like pop them open and you can just like slide this part between your legs, and then the pee comes out like the little hole on the funnel, so you just kind of like lean down, and they worked super well. I was literally like giving them out to girls on the trail because I got like the value 20 pack because that's, you know, what they had on Amazon. There's not a lot of places to go like off the trail and go to the bathroom. It's really heavy foliage around everything, and so you can't, like, there is no hiding behind a bush, and it's a one-way trail. So with this, you could put your back to like the way that everyone's coming, and that way if someone does come, they just like see your back and you're like a little bit awkwardly like holding your pee funnel, but there you can use it without like showing your butt. So you don't have to like pull your whole pants down to pee. I could not be more thankful that I had these. We also have our camping toilet paper. We bought this. I mean, you don't have to be this excessive. You could just take a roll of toilet paper and wrap it up, but you want to make sure that you're taking it off the like tube because that's going to take up more room in your pack. We have in here multiple different hand sanitizer. So we have hand sanitizer gel, just, you know, when you touch something you feel a little icky. And then I have wipes for when my hands like actually got dirty so that I could like get the stuff off. Sometimes I feel like with hand sanitizer, you're just like rubbing the dirt around and that gets a little gross. So this helps kind of get that off. So one thing that I actually didn't have in my pack, but I thought was a really good idea my aunt had, was she bought dog poop bags as like little trash bags throughout the day. So like whenever I had trash, like wrappers from a snack bar or a pea funnel, I just kind of had to like throw them into like the little like side compartment of my bag that was open, like little, just kind of gross. So she thankfully gave me one of those, which I could use, but I would recommend like their little dog poop bags. You can get it for super cheap. Use those, collect all your trash in them, and then when you find a trash can or when you get to your campsite, you can get rid of those. Finally, at the bottom of my pack, I have this little electronics bag. We got these little dry bags off of Amazon. We wanted to make sure that we had everything that was important to us, like extra protected. Where you just unroll this. And then in here, I have my headlamp. Yeah! 3 levels of brightness. Thankfully, we made it back to camp before dark every night, so things went really well for us. We had good pace. You will want this like at night though, so always good to have it handy. Sometimes you might start packing in the dark, so good thing to have. I also have a portable charger. I really wanted to get good photos and videos along the way, so I just want to make sure that if my phone died or something, I had the ability to charge it on the trail, but I have this little like my charge brick, and then had a couple extra camera batteries in here as well. So that's really it. That was everything we carried in our packs on the Inca Trail. I don't think I missed anything. I'm happy. I forgot my sunglasses, so I'm squinty, but I'm really happy. Again, we were there in November, so if you're going in a different time of year, like if you're going in Peru's winter, you might want to pack more like gloves and things to keep you warmer. If you're in the dry season, again, all of this rain gear, including this styling hat, are definitely worth the purchase. And if you have any questions, let us know. We'll leave links to everything that we can find in the description below, and we're happy to answer any questions. So let us know, and if you're hiking the Inca Trail, we hope that your experience was as great as ours was. Bye!